So when I thought about my raid 3, I thought to myself I should definitely do something Counter-Strike related. I feel like I have been doing a lot of Counter-Strike related things in this class, and it would only make sense for me to do some kind of tutorial. In the Counter-Strike community, though, there are millions of tutorials out there. The game is relatively old. It's been out since 2013. It gained popularity at around 2015, and that's when I started playing, honestly. But I really wanted to do something involving grenades because I felt like teaching people how to use grenades in Counter-Strike is something that doesn't happen enough in this community, and it's very easy to show examples of how to use and place smoke grenades, where they're going to go, and it's pretty straightforward. A lot of and there's also a million grenades out there that you can choose from. So basically, it's endless content, right? And so I first decided to go about Dust 2 because Dust 2 is one of the oldest maps in Counter Strike. It's probably the most played map for sure. And there's definitely a number of essential smokes I feel like everybody needs to know. It's something, and it also gave me an opportunity to learn some smokes in Counter Strike that I didn't know. For instance, these smokes on Mirage, I've never really been quite sure of. I've known them in the past, but I kind of forgot about them, and this kind of gave me an excuse to go look them up. Um, all of these smokes are not actually mine. That's important to note. I did have to look them up from the community. However, there are a million people posting these exact same tutorials, and that's something that kind of worried me. I didn't know exactly how I could make my tutorials unique, um, but being completely unique is not necessarily required for this raid, I felt. But I did enjoy my time creating this raid. I felt like in this class overall, it's a lot more fun and honestly educational to be creating videos about things we love rather than writing essays about things we don't. And yeah, I really enjoyed the experience. Uh, One of the ways I tried to be unique in making my tutorials was to not only have videos of myself creating and executing these smokes in demo servers, like I have right here for my Mirage smokes, but I also wanted to show examples right next to them of myself using the smokes in an actual match-made game. You can see a few examples of that in my Dust 2 tutorials. However, I did this last minute and I was only able to play one game. And in that one game, my team wanted to do a lot more rushing than I might have wanted to, and it actually did not give me the opportunity to use the smokes because they had already pushed forward and wrecked the enemy team before I could even like tell them, hey, I want to use this smoke. I want to throw this flashbang. I never really had the opportunity to do so. Um, I felt like if I had played a couple more games, I might have been definitely able to use some of these smokes. But you know, a game of Counter Strike is 45 minutes around, so it's hard to justify saying like, okay, I'm going to waste another 45 minutes in order to maybe get some extra footage. So that's just another thing I thought of. Maybe if I had more time, I could have played a couple more games and showed the usefulness of a lot of these um, smokes. I felt like that could have been really cool to have each one of these smokes and an example of it being incredibly useful and maybe winning me a round or at least getting me a kill. But yeah, I really enjoyed this raid. Actually, probably my favorite one. I do enjoy making these videos, They're not necessarily as polished as a lot of tutorials out there, but that's fine for now. Maybe if I want to revisit this idea and polish up this tutorial series into something that people might actually want to watch, because there are like somewhat versions of these smoke tutorials out there that are much more polished. But if I'm able to maybe utilize my idea of showing examples at the same time, maybe that could show some uniqueness there. All right, thank you.